well with that shit. I'm not staying out for long. I might not do it at all. Hang on.
Mike, and get this, Brian Patrick Miller was a real-life zombie hunter. And I don't think he actually hunted zombies because, well, you know, but he did hunt other things. Brian Patrick Miller was a guy who hid under the ground of a local celebrity. I mean, people will post memes that seeing him around in Arizona. He wasn't a cop or anything, just a local car. Unfortunately, no one knew what his real background was. Something he hid for decades, striking again and again. Before we get into it, please subscribe to see new stories from the dark every single week. Now let's give it a go. In 2013, a young woman named Adrienne Salinas was in her apartment in Tempe, Arizona, an apartment she shared with her closest friends, and they were all about to throw a huge party. Now, Adrienne was an aspiring journalist. She was smart, she was motivated, and she was very responsible. The party they had that early June night, it was crazy. I mean, it was a small apartment with maybe 3 bedrooms. 40 people showed up, all dressed up. The music was blaring, beer was everywhere. The party was hardcore. The TV was smashed. An ottoman was taken out and set on fire in their front yard. But 19-year-old Adrienne was not in the party mood that night. She was upset, and from all accounts, it appeared she was upset with her boyfriend, Francisco, when she found him flirting with another woman.
No
Adrienne
shit.
and Francis were childhood sweethearts. And whether this was a serious issue or just something like exacerbated by alcohol, God only knows. But I mean, they were 19 years old, so there's always some kind of drama. So at 4 a.m. on June 15th, Adrienne, who had spent the majority of the night in her bedroom by herself, she walked out of her bedroom door. She walked through this crazy party with beers everywhere and the music was pounding, and she walked out the front door. She got into her car and she started driving to her boyfriend's place. But along the way, she got into a car accident. It was a single car accident, and as you can see though, she did enough damage for one morning.
Very fucking lucky.
Then, after just leaving her car on the side of the road, she walked back to her own apartment, again through this giant party which was flaring. She went into her room, she changed her clothing, and she called a cab. She was texting Francisco the entire time, telling him, I'm coming over, something which he was none too keen about as you know, they were in the middle of this huge fight. He was like, head out, no, not that, no. At 5 a.m., she said that she was walking to the cab right now. She had arranged for a cab to pick her outside a nearby convenience store, which is only a couple minutes walk away. She was texting the cab driver saying she would be waiting outside. And so that hot summer's night, things were extremely quiet.
Definitely not.
Nobody was around. This is 5 a.m.
No, the only one that has an iPhone while I was there,
He pulled up inside the convenience store, and there was nobody there waiting. There was no sign of Adrienne at all. He tried calling her, but her phone was off. And her boyfriend Francisco would say she never showed up at his place. Now, clearly something was very, very wrong that night. Adrienne must have been very upset. I'm probably a little bit drunk. She was always described as somebody who's very irresponsible, so getting behind the wheel of her own car while maybe she had a few beers is not a good idea. Thankfully, it was only a one-car crash, but that probably would have made her even more upset. Maybe during that walk, another car pulled up, or she bumped into somebody and agreed to something she normally wouldn't have. And so, after nobody heard from her for a couple of days, the search began. Her father, Rick, he was leading the charge, and an investigation into her mysterious disappearance began.
And with breaking news right now coming out of Tempe, right now police officers are scouring the area near 5th and Hardy. They're looking for 19-year-old Adrienne Salinas. That's her photo right there. The teenager disappeared 2 weeks ago.
Bro, imagine that. Know that movie Prisoners, you know, someone that's one of your kids, bro. Can you imagine the things you'd want to do? You tell me where my kid is real quick, man. Steam has a way of making people talk. You know, Steam.
Who knows what
Steam's worse
her
than
boyfriend
flames, you know.
Francisco questioned
They
the
can
cab
burn you
driver.
just as
He was
well.
questioned, both as you can imagine, probably two people who most likely to see her.
Yeah.
But both were
But
questioned
once
and
your
then cleared.
eyeballs get stained up, you
Released
pop,
without
so you
suspicion.
be
So
go
what happened?
blind.
I mean, one thing I wondered was like, could she
Seen
have
it
gone
happen
into
once
the
to a
wrong
fella, and I
cab?
tell you what,
Well, these were all questions
I couldn't
asked
do
for
nothing
weeks.
about it.
For
Just
weeks
watch
until
and
early
take it.
August. About 2 months.
You know, I
after she
felt it for
mysteriously
him.
disappeared. A
You
call
know,
came.
he managed to save one of his eyes, but he
A
lost an
man
eye too.
reported finding human remains on his property in Apache Junction, which is about a half hour's drive away from where she would have been living. He stumbled across it because, well, he had suddenly seen a load of vultures in one particular area on his own piece of endless Arizona desert. He'd walked over, the sun was beating down, flies were everywhere, and he saw what the vultures were chomping at. The police arrived and could confirm it was human remains, and DNA results would identify it was, in fact, Adrian Salinas.
Wow, imagine getting that called on. Your daughter's been found. Oh man.
I don't like it, so I really feel for the parents. I mean, my daughter's 19.
Yeah.
To get her, to
You'd
get
make a man slip up for that, wouldn't you, bro?
So what
Hey.
happened is she had been buried in the desert, but then the sudden rush of water washed her body away to where it was found. First the
That was
vultures,
fucking
then
brutal, that.
yeah, once she was
Brutal, that.
results were inconclusive. She'd been gone too long, and the vultures had been at her, so it was impossible to tell how exactly she died. She was missing limbs, but there was no way to tell if that had been animals or if that had been, whatever happened to her. So what happened wasn't but it also was treated as a homicide from the very get-go. There was no direct evidence to support that, but the police were like, there's no way she got in here by herself. And so the case got told. Years involved that. 2, to be exact, before a major tip came in regarding the mysterious disappearance of Adrian Salinas. A man was linked to her disappearance. A guy who looked cosplaying as this steampunk zombie hunter. But this guy was secretly a serial killer, which is almost as bad as being a cosplayer. I'm joking. The person who called in the tip was named Keeney, and he told the police he had met Brian Patrick Miller at a steampunk convention a couple of years before. Brian had the costumes, and he was a local celebrity. He even had a decommissioned police car, covered with all sorts of decals, and complete with a zombie in the back. Now, the real-life Brian was a divorced father who worked at an Amazon fulfillment center. A normal, quiet guy by all accounts, someone who was uncomfortable around women, and who loved taking on the persona of the zombie hunter. Bro, Brian, leave some chicks for the rest of us. People always say, that's how you meet Brian, not the real guy. You meet the zombie hunter first. See, he could really be himself, when he was cosplaying. It was that Brian Miller's dead, replaced the zombie hunter with women hunter. He was not cosplaying. This is who Brian Patrick Miller really wanted to be. Angela Brasso was 21 years of age in November 1992. She was a good employee where she worked. No one had any issues with her at all. A lovely, on the evening of November, which is the day before she was due to turn 22, she was cycling along the Arizona Canal in This is something she did all the time, very regularly, and it would take her a little bit over an hour to do her usual circuit. In fact, her boyfriend, he always went with her. They would cycle together, but he didn't go with her this particular night because it was her birthday the next day, and he decided to stay home so he could bake her a birthday cake. This time, though, she never returned from that bike ride. Her boyfriend, Joe, he began worrying. She should be back by now, she should be back by now. And so he went out to this canal to look himself. Saw no sign of her, and that's when he called the police. The very next day, her body was found along that canal. She was naked, and she had been decapitated.
Wow.
Her chest had also been cut open. It was gruesome. It was believed she had been just calmly biking along when someone jumped at her in the dark, pushed her off her bike, and dragged her off the path. Then, with a short blade, cut her open and cut her head off. Her head wasn't there, though, and the bike was also missing. Over a week later, a guy was walking along the canal, minding his own business, when he just looked into the canal, and saw right on one of those canal
Imagine that, bro,
his
like,
head
your
lying
fucking
in the water.
daughter, man.
What was even creepier
You'd
about this was
kill
that
him.
the head hadn't decomposed at all, meaning that
See,
whoever
if you touch him, bro, your
cut her head
case
off
goes.
had taken
You
the
know,
head,
you have to let justice.
kept it in a cooler, and frozen
You know,
doing
imagine being able to try forgive that, bro.
coming back and throwing it in
I don't think I
This
could
was a
forgive
gruesome
him, man, for
and
that.
innocent
Take
robbery,
his
and a
bleed out.
stunning one in the fact that they had no clues or evidence to go off of at all. Then, 1 year later,
Crossbow,
the same thing happened
bolt action rifle,
on September 22nd,
shotgun, Glock,
1993.
whatever, bro.
17-year-old
22, I don't give a fuck, man.
Melanie Burness
I do
was
it the right
once
way,
again biking
and I
along
just
that
take a
same
few vials
canal.
of adrenaline
The
with me.
killer there, perhaps thinking
You know what I
himself,
mean?
reminiscing on
Yeah,
what he'd
good
done
to
just
go,
1
then.
year before, and then he saw his
Right,
opportunity
go and fuck off.
again, and he took it. Melanie was cycling along. The killer pushed her off her bike, and she had been stabbed to death. Her bike was missing also. She wasn't
Brutal.
decapitated, and her body was found floating in the canal.
Wow.
But once again, they had absolutely nothing to go on. They were looking at similar cases, across America, decapitations. They were looking at
Give me that bastard phone.
That's how far
Oh,
they're
fuck.
trying to solve
Bro, I'm
this.
not staying long. Me chick is fucking
No leads whatsoever.
up getting the midget asleep, so I just fucking, you know, it's
There's a
like,
little thing called
it's very hard sometimes, cause,
In 2015, DNA was finally
you know, I
able
never
to
did
crack
my
the
kids
case,
anything,
and that is when
but
the name came up.
I choose
The name
not to
being
smoke
Ryan
around,
Patrick
you know.
Miller. It was
I'm not
genealogy.
perfect, it's
So,
like sometimes you can't help it when kids are older, you know.
Ancestry.com, genealogy,
But fuck me,
genealogy.com,
yeah,
all
I
these
need to put my
websites.
glasses on,
Well,
but,
that solved this one. They found the name
you
Miller.
know, it's mad I have it.
Narrow down who lived in the area, age. There you go.
It was as
One
brutal
sec,
as it
bro,
was
hang on.
perplexing. Two young women, 22-year-old Angela Broxo and 17-year-old Melanie Burness,
Right.
found dead, their bodies mutilated.
Don't tell a bleeding word, it popped up on my leg and down on my leg upstairs. Only 15 minutes this week and it popped up on my leg. I love you a lot. Do not reply. And you don't reply and I'll comply. How about that for an answer? Right, I love you lot. Mwah. Sorry about that. I was just talking to the missus. Yeah. Oh, she's the devil. Jesus, mother of Joseph. She's the devil. I think she's possessed. She's got 7 of the traits for possession. You know, in America you can get a missus section for that shit. You know, if she has 4, they're like aces. Pac-Man. Adverse childhood experiences. I was traumatic last night, bro. I'm not even gonna go into it, but I had something called.
But this wasn't Ryan Patrick Miller's
Me and my brother have a little
first
joke,
name came up for the police.
and
In
the only way I'm gonna tell you about the joke is if you have seen Donnie Brasco, give me a thumbs up and I'll finish the joke. Otherwise I can't. Otherwise you wouldn't get the punchline. Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. Okay. I have a thing called cancer of the prick. Now, if you didn't notice that, and Johnny Depp says, what the fuck? What's that? Cancer of the what? The prick? He goes, yeah, cancer of the prick. It should be in the medical books for it, right? I was in a relationship for 23 years, and sometimes when you're with people, over decades, you end up having different dreams and stuff. You know, my dream was the job, the career, the wife, the dog, the kids, the pets. You know, that was the dream for me. I set myself a 20-year plan.
He told her this story
Uh, one day I'll have a
girl
son,
just knocked on his
and
door.
I let him down in the first 18 months of his life. So I spent the rest of my life, Pac-Man, putting it right, and I'm still putting it right today, you know, but he's been helping hundreds of kids, and I tried to hold on to her for 6 years, but, you know, I'll take a little tap on the back for that, but I don't get no credit for the work I do, bro. You know, I'm helping thousands of kids. But my missus brought sexy time back because I wasn't with on it. I was with someone for 23 years. Me kids' mum. We lived across the road there for 11 years. Yeah, bro. My son grew up on the manor, on the housing estate, right over there. Now I'm in my mum's. This is me ma's gaff and me dad. They lived here for 25 years, and I lived across there for 11. You know, and me lad grew up here, and here, that house there, boom, university. That house there, university. And that house there, university. That's where me training partner lives. Yeah, it's half there, half Ghana. But that's another story, right? But he's got a master's and his man has 3 skills in Ghana. So the family offered me a job with a salary, but I can't see myself going to Africa because I'm on antipsychotics, right? And I don't want to have a wobble in a country where I don't feel safe. You know, I go to an A&E and they're gonna think I'm a rich fucking European. Here I'm broke, done. I do this shit for free. But you don't need to be. No one's gonna pay a ransom for me, bro. He'll just stand a hit squad for you. But anyway, so I wasn't with anyone for 10 years because I thought every lady was the same, and was I wrong? You know, and yeah, like I said, antipsychotics, all the therapy in the world, 92 evaluations in 44 years, and medication, what she did for me. Not even medication could help me. Not even God could help me. I was gone, done. I was fucking gone. I still take 11 tablets a day. 4 antipsychotics, 4 antidepressants. And I'm doing this work for free, bro. You know, and it's a lot of pressure sometimes. You know, because there's a lot riding on this, bro. I'm talking an ideology. My son isn't just gonna hear it. Listen, we done it in Manchester, me and him. Nobody else. Me and my son, we done it on our housing estate. I said, here, hombre, you grew up on this block, don't you forget it. He said, Dad, leave it with me. Within 5 months, we had the paperwork approved, everything. For a head lead youth worker on this housing estate that wouldn't have a chance to get through all the paperwork that needed to get through to push this. It would have taken 5 years. We got it done in 5 months, bro. Now, my son has always been based in Liverpool. The last 10 years he did a bachelor's, bro. You know, my dad went to uni, done. Do you understand? So did my son. I didn't. I fucked up. So, to fix me fuck up, I have to help people for free forever. Even on YouTube. That's why I can't charge membership. It's in me fucking head. It's not right. You know, I understand business very well. But I just can't. The only way I benefit off YouTube is if someone buys me a coffee. That's it. Otherwise, I don't believe in charging people. To share awareness, fuck no, I do that shit for free all day. And that's why me lad is the way he is. What? Cause you've got a degree, a bachelor's in psychology? How about 5 of them? Hey Don, I've done that 5 times for failing me son. And my son has not failed me, bro. So therefore, how can I charge people and call myself God-fearing and righteous? I do this work for free, Don. Fuck YouTube. Do you know what I do for a living? I change kids' lives. Do you understand? Make-A-Wish Foundation, Alder Hospital, best children's hospital in the world, best staff in the world. And you know something? See the government in Liverpool, shame the fuck on you. Shame on you. When it takes two Irishmen to change an ideology, not just in Manchester or Liverpool, this is getting done around the country. Now, every kid in this country should get the same chance. Black, white, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddha. I do not give a flying fuck. Because we all bleed red. And I've seen too much blood in my time. No more. Enough's enough. So, yeah. I've got 8 people off this housing estate to uni, and in 10 years I'll get 800 scousers making their mammy and their daddy proud of them. You know why? Because they're worthy. But they're not according to the government, and they're getting punished for the sins of the fathers. That's not right. That's immoral. This is about ethics. How are they supposed to have a chance if you don't give them one? You know, if you tell kids they're going to be nothing all their life, they'll believe that. But if you tell them one day you'll climb Mount Everest, if you choose it, don't smoke. Do you want to climb to Everest? Don't smoke. Why? Because, well, fuck your lungs up. You smoke. Yeah, I'm a dickhead. I'm an adult. You're a kid. Now shut up. Class is in session. My time's precious, Don. But it's free. And no service in Liverpool can offer what we can offer. We put families in touch with every service you'll need. The funniest are out there, you have kids with autism or anything like that. Me, I can. There's organisations I can point you to in the fucking right direction for free. Yeah, free. That's F-R-E, not a thieving cunt. You know, I'm a riddler, not a fiddler.
Though in both there is a very strong and likely suspect, though unfortunately also in both there is not enough.
Good day.
And Ryan, now that he's on death row, he ain't talking. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, check out the That Tracker Patreon for early access videos. And
You won't give these kids false hope. Fuck no. No, that's where I come in. I'm a trustee. You know what that means? Here, I'm on the board, and it doesn't matter, yeah. I'm on board, that's all he needs. You know, once I put my glasses on. I seen a sign the other day, and you can't see any of these signs in any book. I'm not a gypsy, I have gypsies all around me, the best of them. Knock loads of them out. It's fun that shit. We have lots of good mates that are travellers. And I've trained our kids to fight. Sorry, defend themselves. That's education too. And I'm very good at that. My weapon is education, and that's what I'm gonna cause a war with the education. I'm gonna fuck up people. You know, everybody, me, like I said, I'll put these on because you can see in the future when I have this on. Now, what you can't see, what I can see through these glasses is the future. I can see 800 scousers going to uni over a 10-year period. If I have anything to do with it, listen, if I can get 8 off one community, going on statistics, why can't I get 80? And if I can get 80, why can't I get 800? For free! Here, do you know how many kids around this house today call me dad and uncle and coach? No, you're old.
Really hard to get back up on my feet.
It just took me 6 years to show me hand to you. Now do you see what I mean? What a life's work can do. Changing ideology, not just in one city, lad. 2 cities, boom, Manchester, Liverpool, kids working together on a fucking river where you're brought out into the middle of the fucking forest where there's a shitload of water. And if you can't swim good, you're getting in a canoe, motherfucker, and I want 3 rotations. I can't swim. Me or you can't or you won't. Do it, or I'll dive in the water and I'll fucking rotate you myself, done. I'm scared. I'm scared of what I'll do if you don't do a rotation. Do it! It's the method of encouragement. If a kid tells me I can't do something, I'll go out my way to show them, yo, yes you can. You know, I give a fuck about Liverpool, you know, and it's not my fault if I can do what 20 Scousers cannot do. Yeah, don't worry about it, it's alright. You know, I'm known on YouTube just as well I have some influence in the real world. Aye, so I do, allegedly. And that's why I'm gonna use every resource I have at my exposure. Yeah, and I have a lot of that. I have soldiers all around me here. We run no joke thing in 016 done. I've lived here for 28 years, G, you understand? You will not tell me or you will not give me shit or disrespect me on my house in the face, or I'll go and knock on your daddy's door. Michael Collins will tell you that. Any of the so-called tough guys around here, they're not that tough. You think that's all? Until I go out. But I have a sense of humour too, you know. And I had a dream, and my mother directed me to a press over there the other day, right? Because she frightened the bollocks out of me, you see. Oh, my thing's gonna die. I'm gonna have to go. I didn't want to go, but I need you all to share me 3 channels. STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER. STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER 2 and Fighting Back United. I have something special for you tomorrow.